Hello there, it's Keely O'Brien here, and I'm still making my Pink Nordic Christmas tags and Christmas cards, and I had a lot of fun watching a film the other night, doing some stamping on the Gelli Prints that I made in my previous video. So I had the gel plate, I just made some sort of pink and white backgrounds. And then what I did, as you can see, I'm sorry, I was playing without you here, was stamping some of my, excuse me, floral style, where have they gone? Stampers, stencils that I have. I haven't got anything that's really Christmassy, so I'm literally just using what I've got to create a bit of texture. There's some stars, I suppose they give it a little bit of a wintry feel, and I was hoping for a bit of sort of holly, mistletoe type of look, even though don't look too closely because I think they're probably lilies or something. But as you can see, I went with some colours that are very much sort of vintage photo, archival ink, and this one, which is Hickory Smoke. And I just did some stamping as well with my little silicone stamps. If I have them here, I can show you. There we go. So I used these two sets here, and I just stamped on so that I'd got something as a bit of a pretty background, sort of wallpapery look, and just generally softened up the backgrounds that I had, so I'd got some lovely things to be able to cut up and use for Christmas cards. And oh, I love this one. I went for a more of a raspberry colour and really enjoyed doing that, and because the this silvery grey colour stood out so nicely against these, but also it looked quite dark against the white. It's funny how that works out. So yeah, a bit more colour variation on there as well, which I was really enjoying. And those look a little bit like holly leaves, don't they? And you can see there's a bit of oh gosh, what do you call it? The shiny. Oh no, the word's gone. Dear oh dear, it's getting too close to Christmas. I need a rest. Anyway, there we go. And that's another one. So let's put those to one side. So what I've done, I've used them as a background, and then I've used my Cut and Collage book and just literally inked around the edges and stuck them on. And I'm not quite happy with the composition on that one yet, but I'd quite like something here, maybe something up there, maybe some words would be good. And I do have some words in my Crafty Christmas book, so I might cut some of those out now and see whether I can finish that card to my satisfaction. So the card that I used for the cards, I was trying to get some empty envelopes in Tesco's. It's quite a big Tesco's, but no, they only wanted to sell envelopes with their cards, which are quite expensive. So what I did, I bought a pack of, I think it was 10 Christmas cards for £1, which gave me the card with Merry Christmas printed in slightly dull writing, but anyway, I quite like those. Might give those to somebody, but those were the, you know how they sometimes put two, and the interesting one is the one on the cover, and then they put the slightly boring one on hidden inside. So anyway, I'm using these. The envelopes are quite nice. They're just white, plain white envelopes, but they fit perfectly. And yeah, that was my handy tip for making your own cards. If you didn't see my last video, I made these tags, and you can see the background is also the gel print, so everything's going to sort of coordinate. And the little girls are from my Cut and Collage book, and the cat and all of the other images. I went in with my gold pen a little bit as well. So yeah, so I'm carrying on the theme, and I'll put a link to this video as well so that you can find that if you want to see how I made my tags. Okay, So I'm going to find some words in my Crafty Christmas book and I will be back shortly. Okie dokie, so that's the Pink Nordic where I got the illustrations from. And this one is my Crafty Christmas book. You can see it's had a fair bit of use. There is some very nice pink stuff in here as well. Look at these gorgeous little characters that are in here. So pretty. And some parcels. But at the back, oh sorry, I've got a frog in my throat today. It's really annoying. It's probably annoying you too. Yeah, so I have got some little words with backgrounds on them. Haven't got pink, unfortunately, so, but I have got, oh, there's that with the sort of beige background. There's lots of red and green because this book's more of a traditional colour scheme, but there is this blue which might work, the soft blue, or maybe this one. No peeking. The big ho-ho, glad tidings, happy holidays. I'm English, so we don't say happy holidays here. Holidays means getting on a plane and going somewhere hot in my mind. But yeah, I know if you're in the States, happy holidays is a very common phrase at this time of year. Christmas wishes, that might do. Anyway, I think I'll cut out a few and I'll be right back. So I have cut out some of those little Christmas words from the Crafty Christmas book. And I've inked around the edges of that one. I sort of wish I hadn't now. It looked quite nice white, but I got a bit carried away because I do like inking. It's a bit like popping bubble wrap for me. I just can't stop once you start, and it's quite satisfying. Anyway, I picked out this little girl from my Pink Nordic Christmas Cut and Collage book, and I already had that little cat. As you can see, I've been inking again, and I really just want to get this card looking finished and sort of balanced. So that girl's looking that way. The only thing is his hat I would have put over the top, but it's already stuck down. And I quite like the cat there. Or should I put it... Should I put that there and the cat up there? I don't know. Or another option would be to put the Christmas cheer down here, so there's not so much going on in that corner, and the little cat maybe to use up some of that space there. That leaves a bit of a gap in the middle, but I think I can live with it. Anyway, let's do that. I'm going to just glue those down. I quite like the blue background wording on there because at least it stands out. It's got a bit of a pop and it has got that inked edge on it as well, which kind of ties it together. And I think it makes you notice those pretty little stars down there too. So I think this card's for my mum. She actually just telephoned. She must be psychic. I didn't tell her I was cutting out cats and Christmas words for her card, but anyway, there we go. Gonna have to pop it in the post ASAP, I think. Make sure it gets there on time. So I'm just using my old book and the book pages for gluing, and I simply just change the page each time I glue something, so I don't smudge things and make a great big mess. Pity I'm covering up those stars with my little girl, but never mind. I think I'm going to put her about there. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. As I say, if I hadn't stuck it all down, I definitely would have put her on first and put him on the top. But who cares? You can't see any of their eyes. Look, she's got her eyes shut. The cat's got his eyes shut. And you can't see the gnome's eyes because they're hiding under the hat. But anyway, yeah, that's my mum's Christmas card now. I'm not going to write in it just now. But it is helping with Cancer Research, British Heart Foundation and Diabetes UK, which are charities that Tesco's are supporting, and very worthy ones at that. There we go. Right, on to the next card. That card is ready now, I think. So I'm going to just tuck it into the envelope there. I think that looks quite professional, don't you? Anyway, right, I'm on to the next card. Let's put that to one side. So this one's got quite a lot more pink in it compared to that one, but it doesn't really matter. I think actually the images will stand out really nicely. You can see it's got stamping and some splodgy, messy stenciling, and obviously the gel print underneath that had some of those rectangles on it. So yeah, if you've never done jelly printing, it's so much fun. It's really, really addictive. I love jelly printing, and you do end up with an awful lot of colourful papers, which is lovely, and also the braying off of the ink on the roller onto some plain paper also generates lots of beautiful coloured backgrounds that can be exactly the colour you want, and nice and splodgy, and yeah, you can just generate all kinds of backgrounds for your collages or cards or tags. So I need to go around the edges of these beautiful donuts. I definitely need some more images for this card because I do want to stack it quite heavily. Actually, let me show you the collage in the front of my Cut and Collage book, because you'll see the way that I like to collage in that book. Where is it? Here it is. So I do tend to cram as much as I can into the collages. This one is absolutely jam-packed. Now I make these electronically, and as you can see, I sort of layer things so that each image is sort of tucked in behind the ones at the front, so it creates a sort of, I don't know what you'd call it really. Well, it's a collage, but it's kind of a stack of images with lots of little faces peeping out and beautiful details and stuff like that. By the way, these are tiny images, but great for ATCs if you're an artist trading card maker, or if you just want tiny images for your cards. Actually, do you know what? If I've got a few gaps, these might go very well on those cards. So I'm glad I had a look in there. Right, let's ink around this one, and then we'll see what else is going to go on here. Now the pinks vary slightly, and we have got a few other colours. So there's a tiny touch of green, there's a tiny touch of yellow on there as well, on the sort of custard coloured donuts. So it does break it up just a little bit. And oh, I just love doing this. I wish I had time to just sit and do this all day. It would be amazing. But I got an extra day's work yesterday, so I was in central London working yesterday. Great day, enjoyed myself, lots of lovely clients, and it all went well. And then my partner came into London and met me afterwards. We went for a drink and dinner, which was like a little date night really, which was really nice. Right, that's what I've got so far. I'm going to dig back into my book and see what other images are going to go well on this particular Christmas card. I'm very drawn to this page. I love this little snow globe with the trees. I quite like that parcel as well, and I think they could both potentially work really well on that image. So let's just quickly cut those out. Now, when I created this book, as with my other books, I tried really hard to give enough space for cutting things out, because it just speeds it up if you haven't got to mess about too much. And I know some books have overlapping images, and that's fine if that's how you want to make your books. Mine, I like to make everything straightforward. Oh look, I've cut my book out that's on the back page. So yeah, that's my book collection at the back there, and I've just made a great big hole in the Christmas ephemera to cut out on collage, but there's another one on here, look. So yeah, if you're interested in those, obviously pop over to Amazon and you can check them out. If you have already bought one of my books, I'd love a review. It would help me so much. Authors are always hopeful to get positive reviews. An honest review is always appreciated, and it does help us to make better books if we get to know what people actually like and enjoy. Right, there's a beautiful little gingerbread house. It's got parcels, look, and Christmas tree. I think I probably can get away with cutting those together as an image. And now there were some little boys that I rather liked. This one, often the pictures in my books do look a bit like people, and that looks like my brother when he was little. So I might actually make this card for my brother and his wife. In fact, I'm just going to go in around the cat there. I'm going to end up with some of these circles, which I think I might use to seal down the envelopes. That'll make them a bit more exciting when they plop onto the doormat. Oh, for goodness sake, I've nearly cut his hat off there, and I nearly did down here. Not very good at this, but whatevs. Oh, watch out for the cat. What I probably should do is put my cutting mat in and go in with a craft knife instead, but I think I might have just about got away with it. And as I'm inking around the edges anyway, I'm not going to get my knickers in a knot about it. So here's another one of those gorgeous cats in a jumper there. That one would work very well as well. And he's quite big, so it takes up quite a bit of real estate on the card. Which at this stage I'm filming on the 14th of December, so it's getting close. And anyway, I'm running as fast as I can. There we go. Right, I'm going to fussy cut those images and maybe pick a few more. Oh, what about a gingerbread man or woman? Let's have one of those. Let's have this one. What's the point of a pink Christmas if you can't have sugary pink treats? And calorie free if they're made of paper. There we go. Right, we'll have that little cutie pie as well. Okay, so I've prepped another background for another Christmas card there. I think I'm just going to stick with 3 today. So one for my mum, one for my brother and his wife, and one for my son who's coming down just after Christmas. Haven't seen him for a little while, so I'm really excited to catch up with him, see what he's been up to. Life just gets in the way. It's really busy and he lives quite a way away, works full time. Anyway, I'm just inking around the edges here of my cute little gingerbread character. I just love these gingerbread images. I think they're really pretty and festive. Just so sweet. Look at him or her. Okay. I also love a snow globe. I had one when I was small and it was like a little magical world. Really fired my imagination. Kind of wanted to climb in. And I think it was a bit like this one. It had trees, Christmas, snow, obviously. It's a snow globe. Hello. Anyway, there we go. Now, have I done all of these? I think I have. And I've got a few more down here. Let's just do this because I'm going to have a bit of a play and work out where to stick everything. I just love the animals in my cut and collage books. They've just got such sweet faces and they make a brilliant focal point for a collage. Give it lots of character, then you can just add all the patterns and colours that go with it, and just so sweet and cute. There, happy little creature. And here's the one that looks like my brother when he was little. Don't know whether he'd think that's a good thing or not. I'm going to send this one to him, I think. There we are. So he's 4 years younger than me, and when he was a baby, well, before he was born, I was just so excited that I was going to have a brother or sister, and obviously he ended up being a brother. And that's it. I didn't have any more siblings, but there we go. Actually, he looks quite like my son as well when he was little. There's definitely a resemblance in the family. Oh, let's do this one as well. Little parcel. There we go. And I've had a couple of great ideas for Christmas books for next Christmas. I just hadn't got started on them, but I am going to start them now so that they're all published and done, ready for next year. One of them I have started, the other one is a big secret, and I haven't even started to collate everything for that yet. Only in my brain does it exist. So I'm going to get started on both those new Christmas books for next time, because it takes a little while to get things published. Not only making, but then going through the whole process of uploading and publishing and getting everything optimized and running. So these are for the backs of the envelopes, or possibly might stick them on the inside of the card actually with the message. I'm glad my archival ink survived. I had to dash off and I left the lid off overnight, which was not clever. I shall try not to do that again. There we go. Right, let's do this reindeer. Now, I tried my best with the fussy cutting there. Probably could have been more perfect if I had the patience, but my patience was starting to run out on those antlers, I have to say. Not so easy, but a challenge. If you enjoy fussy cutting, there's your challenge. Okay, let's just do his legs, her legs. There. Not quite sure if I'm going to use all these. I might need some more. Let's have a little play around on the cards and see what works. See what I like. There we go. Oh, so saw so many beautiful Christmas lights in London the other night. I was going down the King's Road in Chelsea, and it was just beautiful. There were great big crowns everywhere and hanging, because it's the King's Road, yeah, hanging over the street, and the shops look so beautiful. It's a really expensive area, and they really do go to town on the shop fronts and so on. So yeah, that was nice and sparkly and Christmassy in the dark. Okay, back in a bit. And it's time to decide where to put everything. So I'm going to do this one first. I quite like that. And I'm going to put it in the background because it looks a bit like a sort of a landscape. I think I want this little boy on this bright background as well. Thinking donuts perhaps for the foreground. Snow globe. Maybe up there. And what should we have? A parcel. Could split that parcel like I did on the other card. Maybe we could tuck him in up there. Hey, what about down there? Okay. So I think I'm going to stick that first, and then his hat can layer over the top, because I want to get this in the right order. Glue's dried out a bit. Come on, glue. Right, there's the background of one of my books on the back of the paper. Must be from the back page. Ew, glue bogies. Ugh. Okay, let's put that one there. So I've inked all of these, I think. Just double check. Yes, I have. Let's do that one next. Oops, some more of my books. So yeah, I think I'm going to start my Christmas books for next year once I've finished recording today. Just so that I remember what I was planning, and I won't be publishing them for a while, but if I start now, while I'm still in the Christmas mood, I will save doing it in the summer when trying to get all Christmassy in the middle of July, like I was this year when I published and worked on these books. So there we go. Let's stick this little baby brother of mine in there. About there. I want him to overlap a little, just so it all sort of, oh no, I thought I was going to have a great big air bubble then. Oops. Oh, and I need some Christmas words. What shall we have? Comfort and joy. Need to work out where to put those. Merry Christmas. Now, I did ink around the edges of the other one. I suppose I should do this one as well, but I don't know. It stands out quite well without inking. Oh, I'm just going to do it anyway. Just a tad. So it doesn't look too out of place. There. That'll do. Right, I might have to stick that on at the end. Let's see how much space there is. Yep, that can go right into the corner. That will probably fit. Gingerbread can go there. Or maybe the parcel. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it that way. I'm going to need another glue stick fairly soon. Oops-a-daisy. There we go. Well, it'll be good to get these done. I'm going to go and post them shortly. So we're getting quite close now. Hopefully they'll arrive in time. Oh, there's my book. I did Ed Nicole from Relax Cut Glue. Christmas Ephemera. That was an artist trading card version, that book, so quite small images. I do prefer doing smaller images. I just find I've got so many that I want to cram a lot into my books, and to cram a lot in, they can't be too large. So, and I think a lot of the projects that people use my books for are fairly small, a bit like this, so it just gives lots of images for junk journals, scrapbooks, cards, tags, all the things that aren't too big. There we go. Plus you get to build them all up, and it's still not a huge project. Let's just put the words in. Oh, I like this now. Very pretty. I say so myself. Oops. Merry Christmas. There. Or do I want that away from? Yeah, that's better. Oops, a daisy. I keep saying that. Right, slide it along. Bit of a gap there. Now I cut these little baubles out for such a scenario, so let's perhaps put that one there. I quite like everything all crowded in, or maybe over. Nope, I'm going to put it there. And just trim the edge. Should wait for it to dry really, but not going to. There we are. Because I want this done. And I'm going to put something on the edge there. Or am I just gilding the lily? I think that's enough. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, a bit more inking right around the outside. Again, this is my favourite vintage photo. I do think that brownie colour works so well with these images, because there's quite a lot of detail in here, like the gingerbread man, the little boy, the gingerbread house. They've got that sort of golden brown featuring in them, so it just ties everything up and makes it look professional. There we are. Yay, love it. And I think I'm going to stick one of these inside as well. Small, big, medium, maybe there. So a medium sized one inside, and then I'll save one for the envelope. Once I've stuck it down. There we go. Right, that's two done. Let's put one inside this as well. Maybe that one. Two down, one to go. I used to send so many cards years ago. When I was a school teacher, I used to get hundreds of cards, and it was lovely. but having to try and find a place to put them all. Used to be hanging stuff across the dining room on like washing lines made of wool and stuff, just to try and cope with them all. These days we get virtually no Christmas cards and don't really send them. It's so expensive here in the UK to post things now. There's 2. So I'm afraid I've just cut it right back to absolute bare bones of who I send to these days. Not surprising I don't get many cards, but also I've moved house so many times. I'm sure some people are sending things to my old address. But anyway, right, let's do this last one. Now, where am I going to put these? We've got half a plate of Christmas cookies. Those could fit on there. That could maybe go there. It's got some yellow custardy bits in. I love that little cute reindeer. Just make sure I put my card up the right way. And the bell. Also very pretty. And the cat. No, they're a bit too close together there, aren't they? Maybe put the drink with the food and the cat. Not sure about that. That looks a bit mad. Perhaps I've got too many characters. Should I just stick to one? Yeah, you see that reindeer is quite big. I think I might have to save that for another project. I think I need something else now. Right, let's flip through the book very quickly. What would fit down there? I could have a candy cane. I think I'm going to avoid having 2 characters. Ooh, what about the blankets? That's rather nice. And we could have... Could I stick comfort and joy? Oh no, I've got Christmas cheer on that one. Comfort and joy. If we make it all comforting things, could have those blankets. Let's see if I've got any other slightly smaller blankets. Angels. So I deliberately went for lots of characters. Oh, there are stockings. What about a couple of Christmas stockings or mittens? Going with the sort of jumper theme. There's those socks. Some socks just now. What about those? Yeah, I think they're rather sweet. Let's go with those. Right, I'll fussy cut these and be right back. There we go. 2 cute Nordic pink stockings ready to put on my card, all fussy cut and inked around the edges. So all I need to do now is just finalise where I'm going to put them. I'm thinking maybe at the top like that. I don't want it to look too chopped in half, that's the only thing. Comfort and joy. I think I want the cat fairly central and probably on top if there's going to be any overlap. That could go there. Something like that. There's not much overlapping going on. I kind of wanted a bit more than that. I wonder whether I can fit that in. So just going to look a bit plonked. Maybe it is. I have got this with the yellow. I might break it up a little bit so it's not quite so chopped in half. I suppose I could have half a... No, too many characters. Stick to one character as a focal image. Yeah, still not quite happy with that. Let's see. I used that parcel. I'm going to pick another parcel and use that, I think. What should we have? Oh, I could put a little... No, I think I just need something simple. How about that stripy one there? Is that going to go? It's a bit more of a plummy colour. Maybe that one. That'll show up quite well because the card's very pink. Let's do that. Or maybe that. Oh, I like that one now. Can't choose. Is it too many patterns? That's a bit like that. If I lose that. About half a donut. Instead of the other donuts. Yeah, why not? Let's have a donut. Bit of cutting. Of course, you don't need to go to quite so much trouble if you're making Christmas cards. They can be just very small, simple, with just one image. Although my images are quite small, you could make mini cards very easily, just with a cute background and some careful cutting and perhaps a bit of stamping. I just love doing that stenciling and stamping. It's so creative and it's really, really fast. As long as you've got a few nice stencils. They're really cheap as well. Well, fairly cheap. I just got some sets on Amazon and I haven't got a big collection or anything, but as you saw, I just made do with some floral leafy designs for my Christmas stuff. So it's really just about getting some texture and pattern on there. Anyway, let's see whether this donut's going to provide a bit of comfort and joy on this card. I do want it to look all comforting and joyful. Right, a bit of that, just to take the white off. There we go. Oops. Oh, I don't want to get glue bogies on my Christmas card for Mum. Oh, I prefer that. That yellow is just a bit out of place. That is the one. Right, let's maybe put it there. Oh, maybe I should just switch things up and put those over there. That's a bit bigger. That goes there. Those go there. Oh, I'm just not sure. Maybe you're shouting at the YouTube video, telling me where to put it. I'll tell you where to put it, as my partner would say. He's not into crafting. He's really not into crafting. Bless him. It's not really all that visual. There we are. I think he thinks he is, but he's never going to watch this video, so I can say what I like. I'm safe. Right. That could go there, and then it's like he's thinking about having a drink, and the handle, I don't mind overlapping him there because it's big and close. Those could overlap. Let's just do it. let's just do it, get on and glue it. Right. Okay, so again, she says that I'm layering things in the order that I want the overlapping to happen in. So that's that one. Now I think we need to do a little pussycat. There we go. I do think also if you cut all your fussy cuts out in one go, they've got these patterns on the back, at least it helps you remember where they came from. Which book they came out of. Might not bother you, but it does bother me a little bit. Seeing as they're my books. Right. Let's do this one. Oh, my internet is so slow at home today. It's just, everything's got that, the whirly wheel of doom. Oh, now I've stuck him too far over to overlap the mug. Never mind. Let's put that there. I've got room for that. Yeah, I didn't quite do what I meant to do there, never mind. Let's stick the donut. I love that bell, I think it's really pretty, but I'm just wondering whether it's too much now. I think there's enough gorgeous detail on there. Let's put the donut up there, and then the socks can be a bit asymmetrical. Stockings. There we go. Apologies if you can't quite see what I'm doing. There we go. I'll trim that bit off in just a second. Oh my goodness, do you watch Gavin and Stacey? If you're in America, it might not be a thing, or Canada or anywhere else, but here in the UK, James Corden, I'm sure you've heard of, because I think he has his own show in the US, but they're going to have a Gavin and Stacey final Christmas special this year, and I've been watching that programme for a long time. And it's just one of those really joyful, comforting kind of programmes that just draws you in, and it's just about a community of people at the end of the day. But I remember watching it over and over after my dad passed away, and I was off work and snowed in, and it really got me through some dark times, that programme, over and over again on repeat. There we go. All right, looks like the socks are on his head now. Never mind. Let's put that there. So he's dreaming about warm socks and lots of scrummy sweet treats. Let's stick that on. Comfort and joy. So yeah, Gavin and Stacey can be quite comforting. But it's not everyone's cup of tea. My mum didn't appreciate it at all. But oh, I didn't ink it. Pooh. Never mind. I'm not going to try and peel it off. I quite like it with the white. Right, let's cut that. Not quite enough of that to be worth saving. Oh, I'm cross about that now. Can I get it off? Yes. I knew I was going to have to do it. I don't think I have OCD, but then maybe I do. I do about certain things. Oh, it's got a little thingy in the corner now. What's it doing? Hey ho. Yeah, that's better. Comfort and joy. Glad tidings of comfort and joy. Hurrah! Right, there are my 3 cards. Oh, I need to stick a flower inside that one. Might be anywhere to put the message if I use one that big. Let's do a smaller one. There we go. Oops. Chucking stuff around. There we go. Right, here are my 3 cards. All finished. So happy with those. Hope you like them too. Do you want to pop a message in the comments? That would be amazing. I think that one's got a few less. I really did cram them in on that one. Anyway, I'm pleased with them. And I'm going to write them and pop round the corner to the post box and stick them straight in case they don't arrive in time. There we go. Happy days. Right. See you next time. Take care, guys. Bye for now.